Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. What's going on, guys? Now, word to my brethren in Omaha, Nebraska. And speaking of Omaha, Nebraska, the ratings for the Terence Crawford Felix Diaz fight are in as per boxing.com. The numbers that we are getting from Nielsen Media research are as follows: that the Crawford Diaz fight did a peak audience of just over a million views, and it averaged 961,000 viewers per throughout the fight. So, in comparison to some of HBO's other fights that have happened this year, you had Lomachenko's fight with Jason Sosa. That averaged 832,000. It peaked out at 886,000. So Crawford did a better number than Lomachenko against Sosa. Crawford also did a better number than his last fight with John Molina. His last fight with John Molina, peak audience 871,000, and he averaged 860,000 viewers. So his average viewership is up over 100, just over 100,000, and his peak viewership is up by about the same, not too 100,000 and some change. So it's good to see that Crawford's getting more viewers. I know a lot of people didn't tune into that Molina fight because a lot of people weren't deeming Molina a real opponent. So this shows that if you get Terence in there with somebody who's respectable, it'll do a good rating. But also in comparison to other HBO fights, in comparison to the David Lemieux Curtis Stevens fight on March 11th, that drew a peak rating of 549,000 with an average of 497. Actually, no, my bad. That was the Vargas Burchell fight. That's what that one did. The Stevens Lemieux did 672,000 with the peak, and then the average was 606,000. So I think it's a good rating for Crawford when you consider the fact that this week we had a lot of boxing. It wasn't just HBO and Showtime, but you had the Golden Boy on ESPN card, the David Benavidez PBC on FS1 card. Out of everything, out of all the cards, obviously the Crawford one did the highest rating. So to actually compare it to what the Showtime one did, the Showtime one did like less than double that. The Russell Escandone fight only did 481,000 on average. The Golden Boy on ESPN card on Friday only did 446,000, and then the David Benavidez card only did 364,000. So it's good to see that Terence Crawford and on a weekend where we had more boxing than usual was still able to peak out at 1 million views and average close to 1 million views. And this all points to growth in viewership, which should, if I'm HBO, if I'm Peter Nelson, a guy that Peter Nelson, all respect to him, I think he's gonna do a good job the second half of the year in getting some better fights on. But Terence Crawford, for me personally, and I'm not gonna say for me, forget me for a second, for the boxing fan at large, for people who really follow the sport, the fight that's gonna do good numbers, and it may or may not be on pay-per-view. I would expect it to be on pay-per-view if they make this fight happen. But Manny Pacquiao versus Terence Crawford, this is the fight that has to happen. If HBO wants to have a good 2017, they need to make that fight happen. I know people are going to say, well, Terence Crawford, when he fought Postal, it only did like 50,000 pay-per-view buys, but that's Postal. Postal really didn't have no name recognition. Crawford, at the time had less name recognition than he does now. Pacquiao is a big name. So I don't see why that pay-per-view doesn't do at least 500,000 buys. Easily, I could do 500,000 buys. But if not that, then, there's a Julian Sindongo fight. That could be another fight where it's for the undisputed 140-pound title. That's definitely a free HBO fight. It definitely gets Terence Crawford's name out there more. And that's what it is, man. I think for Crawford, I kind of say this every single fight after every single one of his fights. He needs that Pacquiao fight more for the brand building perspective. Because boxing is very much business. So you do need that fight with Pacquiao for the people who maybe have never seen Terence Crawford fight to see him fight. And if he can win that fight, then that makes him a star and puts him in a great position in boxing. So that's the news. That's the rating. Terence Crawford, Felix Diaz does 961,000 viewers on average on HBO. Peaks out at 1 million viewers, about just over 1 million viewers. So good rating from him, and good performance by him as well. It was a spectacular performance by Terence Crawford. Definitely the best performance, like I said, the most complete performance of his career. Obviously, the one thing you need to worry that he needs to worry about more if he fights Pacquiao is the head movement and not getting hit so much. But for the most part, complete performance for them, and made a gold medalist in Felix Diaz look like a second-rate fighter. So no small accomplishment there. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Take the time to subscribe, and you can love me or you can hate me. But I'm just giving Dane. So until next time, take care, guys.